Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This video is just going to be a voiceover. I took the oil pan up to my father's on Friday and had him help me pre-drill or drill and tap for the oil pan, the oil return feed adapter from DriftMotion. I was not able to do the voice over talk while recording to let you know what was going on due to the air compressor in the background. So hope you enjoyed today's video, and like, tag, and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions or any insight on what else we should do. But hope you like today's video, and I just want to thank my father for helping me out with this, and we'll see you on the next one. Alright, so as I stated a little bit ago, the air compressor was too loud in the background, so we got to do a voiceover on this one today. So my father's going to be drilling a pilot hole, as you can see. We're using a titanium bit, nothing too big. Just drill a pilot hole to get this ready, and then we're going to go to a step bit and make the hole large. So while we're waiting on getting the step bit and everything, these are the thread bolts, M8 1.25 that we're going to use. But I ended up, as you'll see in the pictures later, I didn't get them on the video, we decided to go with studs instead of bolts. That way it would be a lot easier to do. So right now, I believe he's switching out the bit to go ahead and get the step bit, and then we'll go ahead and get this going. Now, before we go to the step bit, he's going to be using, I believe this is like a 1/2 inch bit. And what he's doing here is he's just trying to use the bit to eat up some of the aluminum material, just to widen it a little bit more, because the step bit we have that we're using needs a little bit of a bigger pilot hole to be able to get in there and start to eat the material. Well, that's all he's doing right here. Alright, so as you can see, the hole's a little bit wider from using that other bit. Now he's going to be using the step bit. I believe the step bit goes up to 3/4 of an inch. We're definitely not going that wide. We're just trying to get it as much of an opening as possible. I know when we're drilling this out, there's a little lip around there from the material on the casting of the oil pan that we're going to eliminate. As you can see, the little ring around it. So we're going to go in here and we're going to clean all this out, take a sandpaper and buff all this, just make it smoother so the oil has free flow into the oil pan, and there's nothing going to be sitting there or causing any pressure. Alright, as you can see right here, I'm taking an air hose and blowing it out. You definitely want to keep blowing the material out of any crevices in the oil pan. You never want to leave all that in there. It gives you an area to be able to see what you're working with, and you never have to worry about any pieces of aluminum staying in there. As you can see, when we looked in there, it still needed to come out some more. So he's going to go ahead and go back with the step bit and try to widen this up some more. Alright, you can see right here we got it pretty good. There's a little bit of the shadow up in the top right corner of the screen. That's where we cleaned up that lip I was telling you about, but that top corner still has a little bit of a lip in there. So we're going to go in there with some sandpaper. He actually has a stone bit that we're going to go in there. As you can see right here, we're going to use a stone bit. Just round it out in there and kind of clean it up. The bit will polish it a little bit. It'll get some of the material off, but it's not going to take too much material out of the aluminum, because you don't want to go too wide, because we still need some material for the gasket on the DriftMotion adapter to sit on. Alright, so here my father is drilling and getting the pilot holes ready for these areas for the studs. We did put a C-clamp on there, just tough enough to hold that in there so we can make sure these are centered in for when we drill the stud holes and tap them for the studs that we went and got. Make it easier to remove and do any work that needs to be done. I had to leave, so my father was able to finish this up later on that day. So in the next few clips, you'll see pictures from it. Catch you on the next one.